Multiple choice questions are one of the most common forms of assessments a school or teacher can give you. Everyone knows them, some love them, some hate them. But are you answering them in a smart way? I'll tell you a few tips to remember next time you sit down to answer one of them. First off, like tests in general, quickly survey how long the assessment is to get a rough idea of how long you'll be able to spend on each question. Not every teacher will give you the entire class period to finish. Working under a time limit can be scary at first, but not if you practice pacing yourself. Secondly, and remember this, do not let yourself run out of time to answer every question. If you feel yourself taking a long time on one question, guess and move on. You should try to at least see the last question. Some of the later questions could be easier than the one that you're stuck on, and if you run out of time, you'll never know. Now, what should you do once you're actually reading the question? You may have heard this before, but try to think of your own answer before looking at the answer choices. That way, you're using what you actually learned about the subject rather than just being able to recognize pieces of information. Multiple options can look like the right answer, so it's important to have your own judgment based on the knowledge you already have. Another thing, read what the directions are telling you. Sometimes, the language of a multiple choice question can be confusing, but it really reveals a lot about what you need to think about. Sometimes, it will ask you which choice does not apply to something, or it might ask you what a choice applies to a very specific condition. Sometimes, answers may be true, but are totally unrelated to the question or don't fit under the conditions it is asking about. That will narrow down your options fast, but if you're stuck between two answers, just answer what feels most fitting. Do not change your answer if you don't need to. A good rule of thumb is, unless you're completely convinced that the answer you put down is wrong, keep what you already have. I've broken this a lot in the past personally and ended up with a lot of wrong answers that could have been completely avoided if I had just trusted my own intuition. I hope these tips help you answer as many multiple choice questions as possible on your next assessment.